What's good? What's good? I am back. One and only Paul Masson, live for Fayettenam. Another live for Fayettenam Friday, as usual. Live every 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Audio version will be downloaded and then uploaded to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, Slacker, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and much, much more. We got a guest coming on in a little while. We're gonna give him a little bit of time, and a little bit of time on my screen went out for a second. Oh, we back. You never know with that connection. Anybody's tuning in, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, Live from Fayettenam is brought to you by Dizzle Brand Premium Luxury Liqueur. And while we're at it, let's get to a quick sponsorship break, and we'll be right back.
Tropical drink.
Me and my team, whenever we link up, they wanna be drink up. We sit down, relax and have few glasses when there's things to think about. Like I'm nice with the boss when I tend to the bars and I'm not talking drink puffs. So tell the bartender that's tend to the bar to please pass me a big cup up. And tell that waitress is waiting on us to put a little ice in it. Now watch the ice become weightless like the spaceships that I be sitting in. Now wait and listen, they're waiting for that tropical twist that'll tickle your taste buds. Now taste some. Yo, I insist it's the Dizzle.
That's right. I really mean it. You could Dizzle too. Dizzle's a premium luxury liqueur mixed with agave, tequila, cognac, orange liquor, mango mix. Throw your Dizzle on ice, and it's nice. Want to order your very own bottle or bottles? Go to dizzlebrand.com. Click on our locations. Must be 21 and over. Shipping and handling is included. All right, let's bring on. We got OG Prestige here. OG, what's good?
What's happening?
Just waiting on Cuzzo, man. You know.
What's up? I ain't even hit him up, man. He should be. He said he's gonna be available.
All right, let me you know what? Make sure he good and whatnot. What's the weather like?
It's saying it was storming yesterday, but it's pretty cool today. You know what I mean? So everything. Hey, go get my little phone real quick. Turn out the little seat in there. Yeah, so it's pretty good today, man. I'm gonna go on and get Cuzzo a call. I know he was getting out of work earlier when I had talked to him. Yeah,
I think it'd be an interesting interview, man. Especially kind of. You know, I like the interview the cats that are kind of like overlooking or maybe forgotten or like underrated and shit.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's always going for the big names and shit because they all chasing, you know, clicks and clout and validation and whatnot.
Yeah, he was kind of telling me how he ended up with the feature with Jim Jones. He was trying to get the clips at first. Yeah, I mean, so he was kind of telling me some stuff and a few of the records that he was on the Killarmy joints. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's highly underrated, man. One of the best lyricists I ever, you know what I'm saying, been around, period. Like, you know, I got a short list and he on it. You know what I mean?
What you think about that that you brought up the clips? What you think about that clips?
Oh, the clips was nasty, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about the new joints. You heard the new joints?
I ain't heard the new joint yet, nah.
Yo, that first one, I think it's Ace Trumpets or something like that. Yo, that shit go hard. Like,
I ain't heard
Pusha T, the way he started that shit off is just sick. He's like, yellow diamonds look like PP. And he hitting them with that TP, you know, that kind of flow and shit, man. And he just killing it and shit.
Namas, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I need to check that out, man, for real.
And speaking of Jim Jones, you know, he came out and said he got more hits than Nas.
Hello? I said we live, Cuzzo. Hold on. You said, yeah, we live. You can log in now. Okay, I'm about to jump on there now. All right, cuz. All right. Yeah, he said he finna jump on now. What you were saying about who?
Jim Jones came out and said he got more hits than Nas. What you think about that one?
I mean, I kind of personally I don't agree with it, but like you said, the young cats gonna roll with that because all they know is balling and all that other stuff. You see what I'm saying? But when you got somebody who really bought that, like Jim Jones can't hold a candle to Nas.
Well, you know what's crazy? The way streaming numbers are. I
Yeah,
mean, he might have a valid statement of saying he might have more hit songs than Nas, but
yeah,
if you try to put his catalog up against Nas, like I saw Hakeem Green post something about this, and I was just like, comparing Jim Jones to like Nas is like comparing like Bradley Bill's skill level in the NBA
yeah,
to like Kobe or LeBron, man.
yeah,
It's levels to this. You shouldn't compare guys that are not on the same level. For guys on a level beneath him, don't compare him, man.
yeah. I think Nas is in a class that Jim Jones
Well,
can't even get in the same building. That's just me personally.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, so Jim Jones might have a the biggest hit single out of both of them, right? With Ballin'. We agree with
Oh, you
that,
can
right?
hate me now. What you think? You hate me now? You think that wasn't that
I
big?
don't know. I don't know that was bigger than Ballin'. A lot of people
What
didn't
about
like
if I
that.
rule the world with Lauryn Hill?
Maybe.
What about one Mike? What about one
You'd
Mike?
have to go and really check the number. Ballin' though changed, like a lot of people was out here, Ballin'. Like Ballin' really affected the culture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
whatnot. Really had people out here. But let me ask you this. Would you rather have like a like a big hit record or a classic album? An album that people always say, they always cling on to, like, this could be the greatest album of all time.
See, I'd rather have a classic album than
Me
actually I
too.
want both. You know what I'm saying? But
Both
I
is fine.
prefer,
Both
yeah,
is fine. But
I
if you had
prefer
one or the other.
it be a classic album because I want things like people to make memories to. You see what I'm saying? Like when you got that one hit record and you gone. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother Archie Eversole, he had that one big hit record, right? Nobody really paid attention to his album. You know what I'm saying? The production wasn't really up to par, but the lyrics and all that was. So everybody's saying Archie only had one hit, but he had a body of work that a lot of people ain't even heard because he didn't have that classic album that everybody expected. You see what I'm saying?
And I think for touring purposes, it's better to have that classic album because you just got so
Yep.
much more catalog to really perform
And then
that
you can build.
people are gonna
Yep.
appreciate, opposed to like like for example, a cat that no disrespect to him, he got me into bookings and shit, but Rampage, but he only has, like, when he goes to perform, he's only got, like, Wild for the Night, and
Yeah.
then that's his only single. But the only other really big records is songs that were like group records, like
Yeah.
Flip
The flip
Mode,
mode. Yeah.
the Mariah Carey joint, the Baby If You
Yeah.
Give It to Me, and then the Flavor in Your Ear remix.
Yeah.
But that's somebody else's record. I mean, he could do his verse on that when he goes and does a show,
Yeah.
but that's still not a lot to go off of when you're a solo artist touring and you got 3 records, opposed to
Yeah.
Nas, who got, not only does he got a classic album, he's got 2 classic albums with Illmatic and Stillmatic. I would
Yeah.
say the second one, I Am, is a classic album
Yeah. That's
and
on I
whatnot.
Know I Can't Be What I Want to Be. That was a big record too.
So I mean, Nas has got at least 3, maybe 4 classic albums.
Yeah.
And he's got way more albums and he's done it longer.
Yeah.
And his business savvy, like he's turned into like a Jay-Z kind of guy,
Yeah.
quietly under the radar. Like he's made a lot of great business moves.
Yeah. No disrespect to Jimmy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Bird game money. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with it. But me personally, I'm going with the God, man.
And I like that track Jim Jones did with Amigos. I set the
Yeah, that
trends,
was hard.
breaking
Yeah.
it ends. Gotta
That's another
call my
reason why the
accountant,
YA is
make sure
screaming.
the shit came in.
Yeah, that's another reason why the YA is. That was a huge record.
And
He
that was a
keep hitting.
takeoff hook right there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep, that will take off. Yeah.
Who was my favorite Migos.
Yeah.
What do you say? He said about jump on, right? What do you think? We got a couple more minutes before he jumps on.
Yeah, man.
Is he internet savvy?
Yeah.
Sometimes cats don't
Oh,
be
no,
like,
he's been doing a few interviews lately, so
okay.
he can get on. That ain't no problem. But yeah, man. Since he ain't here, I'm gonna take this opportunity to plug the new EP coming out from OG Millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it P, coming out on probably just gonna be URT OGC recordings, you know what I'm saying? Featuring myself, Willie Millionaire, 5-6, you know what I'm saying? Production by Drum Majors ATL. Production by the King 808 guard himself, Max Payne Shoulder. Production by that boy Young Mercy Beats, man. We going up, we going in, we stuck in this up, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming out real soon, man.
So what? Anything else you want to talk about before he comes on, man? Anything new that you thought was like noteworthy to talk about?
Yeah, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you this crazy stuff, man. Like, I've been getting a lot of people calling me about this P. Diddy stuff, because I kind of, even though I kind of got, my cousin, this is one of my cousins in Wu-Tang, but
yeah,
everybody know I came up from Block Entertainment, so they're like, yeah, how you feel about that Diddy trial and all that, man? I'm like, I ain't really been watching it, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of folks been coming to me, asking me questions like, have I ever seen anything or whatever? So it's just interesting to know that a lot of people, like, it's just the web of lies and deceit and everything going on. Like, you finding out some of the weird things that people do, man. It's just kind of crazy, man. You know what I'm saying?
but you know what's weird to me about this whole trial is like I still don't feel like they proved their case. Like I don't see how everything they presented proves that he's a sex trafficker. It just really proves like he's a freaky motherfucker.
That's
Now,
it. Yeah.
now you got the situation with Kid Cudi and blowing up the car and shit, apparently, allegedly.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with sex trafficking.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
that's why he did blow a Kid Cudi car.
yeah, I mean that's what they saying that they said he threatened to blow up the car and then the car got blown up, got firebombed or whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yo,
Yeah.
and now they going after Tyler Perry. I even seen a thing. I don't know if it's true with Fat Joe. Like somebody trying to sue Fat Joe.
Yeah.
Like
There was a
this is
fun wife. They trying to get like 2
no,
mil off of him.
like no, somebody talking about some sexual shit.
Oh wow.
Just yeah.
That's
Like
crazy.
I think we're in the age of like, as soon as you start doing something noteworthy, successful, or big,
Yeah.
like think about Fat Joe. He got the new podcast with Jada and shit. People probably like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he probably got the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go after him because like I don't believe none of these joints when they be like happened a while
Yeah.
ago and now you trying to get like 250 million. Like what?
Yeah.
What
I just
says you deserve $250 million, even if
yeah.
somebody
That's
like
wild.
sexually assaulted you?
That's wild. He
And
just
there's so
texted me
many
saying,
different forms of sexual assault.
yeah, verbal and everything. He just texted me, said he couldn't get on, so I sent him the link.
He couldn't get on.
Yeah,
Tell him to try to copy and paste it into the browser.
he said, I'm how do I join? I'm watching y'all right now. I just sent him.
Tell him to copy and paste it into the browser.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me um
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just seen an interview he had posted up the other day. You know what I mean? So it's all good. We gonna rock.
hold
Let
on
him
one
get it.
sec. Hold on one sec. If you try to copy and paste link into browser.
Motherfucker. Oh, you just hit him up.
He commented.
Oh,
I
he
gotta
just
open up another let me send
was
it
you had to
to him
open up another
again.
link?
I mean, I know I
Okay.
sent it. No, I ain't open up another link. I gotta send him the same link. I'm gonna just yeah. Try to copy and paste link into browser. He must be on like probably like an iPad or something like that. Every now and then they have.
Yeah. I don't know what he on. I'm on
Sometimes
my
they have
iPhone.
issues. So you
Yeah.
think Diddy's gonna get off,
Who did he?
or you think he's? Hold on. Here we go. Look, I see somebody popping up. I just don't see the camera yet. All right, here we go. All right, so we about to bring on our special guest of the night. We got his cousin already joined us, and want to come in and ask some questions as well. So if you're a Wu-Tang fan, you definitely should be a fan of this cat and be interested in what he's got to say. Let's bring on the one and only Hoffa of Killarmy. Hoffa, what's good, man?
Yo,
Cuzzo.
what's that word, man?
Hey, I remember when we was younger, man, and we used to be recording, right, Paul? And on the other side of town, they was like, Kenny Jet over there, Hoffa going ham, man. I'm like, I gotta get him, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause he been, I'm talking about, I started rapping at 15, and he was already taken out by then. Everybody, it was always talking about Hoffa, all over the city, man. Like, this been since I was a little kid, man. So this is like an honor to me just to get Cuzzo in the arena, man, because he didn't touch the greatest on, I done been up there with him on another level. He done been up there gang spitting with him, man, and I ain't got up there that far yet. So salute to my Cuzzo, man. What's up with you, bro?
Ain't nothing, family. I'm just chilling, man. I'm actually, they got this Juneteenth thing going on down here. So my daughter drugged me over here. I got her over there cooling with my sister, and then while I'm doing this.
Yeah,
so,
that was up. That was up. Yeah, man. So, Paul, you got something for him real quick before
Yeah,
we jump
let's
in, bro?
start
Jump
here.
in. Yeah.
Let's start with what's the story behind the name Hoffa? Is it anything from like Jimmy Hoffa or something like that?
Well, that's where it comes from. But in all honesty, it was a joke. My man Wise, I was on the block early, and I kind of was like, and my crew, as far as the cats that was in Killarmy, I was kind of like this, not the leader in the streets, but I had a little bit more savvy. And so one day I said something. He said, "Who you think you is? The head of the Teamsters? You think you Jimmy Hoffa, nigga?" And it was a joke, but I was like, "Oh shit, that name sound kind of fly."
Yeah.
And I just ran with it.
Yeah.
And then, that's kind of that's exactly how that happened. Ain't no secret recipe to it or nothing. This shit started off as a joke my man was cracking, and then it just became my name.
Yeah. That's fine.
So, like, when did you decide like to really start rapping? I know everybody usually gets into hip hop first, listen to hip hop, but when you decide, hey, this is something I could do or I want to do?
It's crazy because, man, I wanted to start doing it the moment that I seen Crush Groove.
Okay.
And that's when I started like playing around with it. But I met RZA in '89, running around with his brother Knife Prince, who I started Killarmy with, and he was the first cat that I ever met that sounded like the dudes that's on the radio. And so when he gave me the nod, like, yeah, you got it, I was like, all right, I got it.
Yeah.
And I just ran from there, like, all right, he said, I got it, I'm running with it.
So let me ask you a question, right? So I know RZA had, you know what I'm saying, he was out there, he got to the Ville. Like, was Knife Prince there before RZA got there, or how that went?
No, they all came together. When
Okay.
they moved to Steubenville, they moved to South Fifth Street. I was still staying in the projects on South Fifth.
Okay, yeah.
So Jason Lindsay was going to school with a brother that's in between.
Jason Lindsay. I heard that name in years.
He was going to school with a brother that's in between them in age.
Yeah.
And he was telling them about me. So they linked me and Knife up together.
Yeah.
And that's how that all transpired.
Yeah. So y'all came up with the name because of Killarville, or?
No, actually, the name Killarmy comes from a karate movie.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
That's where it really comes from, a karate movie.
For those that don't know, we talking about Steubenville, Ohio, 43952. I'm a Parkview Circle vet. You know what I mean? That's what we talking about in Ohio, man. You know, that's the turf, man. Where we both from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
that's right.
I always wanted to know, man, because I always heard all these stories, right? Then we got grown, we linked again, and then you sent me like 10 records. You was like, "Cuz go ham," like, empty verses on. I was like, "Don't nobody do this," you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I had told my producer Max, I was like, "Bro, I just want to get in there with him. I don't even want to do him and send him back. I want to rock with him, like, you know what I'm saying? It's been like, I just been want to do a record with you, bro. Like, I got my homeboy from Brooklyn, man. And you know, I ain't did nothing with him yet, but you, bro, I want to get in the lab with you, boy, all day. I want to chop it up, for real.
Oh yeah, we got that coming.
For sure.
So let me ask you this: like, being y'all have like Wu had 9 members, y'all have 8 count you, right? Total at one point.
No, it was 7 of us.
Okay, but even still, that's
It was
close to
7 of
Wu.
us.
Yeah.
Was the idea to try to create like another like Ninth Prince trying to create his own version of Wu-Tang?
Nope. Because it was at first it was only 4 members of Killer Army. It was
Okay,
me, Ninth
okay,
Prince, Shogun Assassin, and Islord. I
okay,
brought Beretta 9 to the table, which was the 5th member.
okay,
Don P is what I am, the Ninth Prince in Steubenville. That's what Don P is to him in Staten Island. So it was like
okay.
an unspoken rule that we was both gonna be in the group.
Yeah.
And then Killer Sim was the last member of the group.
Yeah, he nasty too. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's my dog, Free Killer Sim.
Yeah, Free Killer Sim. Yeah, man. So the album comes out, right? So everybody talking about it. I'm down here in the city, right? I'm in Atlanta. Everybody like, yo, Killer Army coming out. I ain't hear nothing till the album drop. I go straight go get the CD. They like, yo, Hoffa on the CD, man. Go copy, right? So I get it. I got cats out here bumping it, right? So then I hear the story. They like, yo, he ain't signed. I'm like, man, video came out, the Wake Up video. I'm like, well, Brad, yo, he ain't signed a deal, man. You know what I'm saying? What happened in the beginning, bro? Because, like, for you to start it, right, and then I know Divine was making y'all beats. You know what I'm saying? So what really happened, man?
Some street shit jumped off.
Okay.
Some street shit jumped off.
Yeah.
And it basically what ended up happening, man, is get in. Just be quiet. Come on.
Yeah.
Get in the car.
Because it's like, I always wanted to know, because it was like a badge.
Well, what happened?
Yeah.
It's here.
We're coming back?
Yeah, Key. Come on.
Can I go get my water?
No, just come on. Do you got to go or not? Then come on.
It was like a badge of honor. It was like a badge of honor when y'all came out. And when I ain't really see you on the artwork, it kind of was like it was a letdown to me, because I really like.
It was a letdown for everybody, man, because everybody knows that me and Ninth created Killer Army together. But the thing was this. This is what happened. Some street shit jumped off.
Yeah.
And it was like for me it was a double-edged sword. It was like, do I allow this to happen and then just go right off into the sunset and go back to New York and finish the album and this, that, and the third, and then when I come back home, it's gonna be people with the sour face when they see me. So it was like, damn, do I chase the bag or do I allow my morals, values, and principles to allow me to do the right thing?
Yeah.
And with my morals, values, and principles, I end up losing the deal.
Yeah.
Based on, and we had already signed the paperwork.
Okay.
All of that was already done. But that was, I guess that's what people thought, because people didn't really know what happened.
Yeah.
It was just one of those situations where it was supposed to be something that was unspoken, but when people started guesstimating what happened, I guess that's what they came up with is, I didn't sign the deal. But that was never the ticket. The ticket was a situation happened, and I was going to lose either way it went.
Yeah.
And so it was better for me to lose with my people than to lose and come back home and my people not even be fucking with me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
so
will say one.
That was the
I will say one
scenario.
thing. you even though you was out there on your own, man, you was making plenty of noise. Like I've been rooting for you from the 8 all this time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I
Hell
always
yeah,
wanted to
I
link with. I
appreciate
know
it.
you know what I'm saying. Like I looked at the body of work that you got, and you know what I'm saying. You didn't touch those levels. You know what I'm saying. Even without the black, you know what I'm saying. Without the push
Yeah.
from the clan, I'm glad to see y'all back together. You know what I'm
What's
saying.
and what's crazy is right.
Yeah,
I end up putting more work in with Wu-Tang after I lost the deal
yeah,
than I did when I was there because
yeah.
oh shit, my phone died. Damn.
You're close.
Oh, I think we might have lost him.
No, I don't think he gone yet, but yeah, I remember, man. My grandma had passed on my
We'll
dad.
bring him. We'll bring him back in.
Yeah. My granny had passed, and we was in there. They had a group called the Shy Clan, right? They used to call Steubenville Little Chicago, right?
Mm.
So anyway, we was over there recording with my cousin. They was in a group. It was my cousin Marshawn. They called him 80 Proof, 80P. My other cousin Hit. His name was Derek. They called him Hit Man. Then my cousin Travis. They called him 9 Rest in Peace. And then Todd, they used to call him Cool Man. And they used to always like, you can't let her forget you. You can't let her forget you, right? So at the time, I just wanted to rap, but I didn't know how. And that's how
Yeah.
I learned. They always put Hoffa like, yo, you got to, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a young boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it was like healthy competition, bro. So I started listening to his raps. And then my cousin Marshawn, which was 80P, told me how to write bars and count music, right? But I had already knew how to read music because I and count bars. I just didn't know how to do it on a record because I was in a band. I played the trumpet. So that's how I started, man. I was 15. I did my first record in Ohio. Came back home, Atlanta, and got on a karaoke machine. And back when we had the karaoke, you just rap straight through, man. You know what I'm saying? They
No,
pause it. Yeah.
think about their first title. I was just thinking about their first title. I've always been interested in that. It's called Silent Weapons for Quiet
White War.
Wars. What exactly is a silent weapon and what exactly is a quiet war?
I would love to know that. Like I done listened to that
That's
album
like
front to back 50 million times. Like well, I liked all three of their albums, man, but the first one was my favorite. Yeah.
a Killer Army fits this brand. You know why? Live from Fayettenam is a militant brand. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We got our name for Vietnam, and I done switched the logo out now. I got the tank on there now, so
Yeah, man.
we going straight militant with it, man. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
born and raised in Fort Bragg, Vietnam, man. That's all I know.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully, he I guess is hopefully he's about to recharge it and whatnot.
Yeah.
But let me see if we can pull up some hip hop news, see what we got going on, man.
Yeah.
See if there's anything we could talk about. Offset and Quavo reunite. Hey, good for them, but it's never gonna be the same.
Without take off.
Nah, man. What you think about Glorilla right now? She's like killing the game. I don't know about her winning a gospel award. I think that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Like, look, yeah, that is, but I think a lot of they got to do with Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Me
Well, she was
personally,
featured on a gospel record. She was featured
yeah.
on a gospel record.
What are the Kurt Franklin record or something like that?
I don't know, man. I mean, I could see if it was Kurt Franklin. If it was Kurt Franklin, that's not shocking. But if it was like
Yeah.
one of those gospel artists that like try to claim like, they're like devout Christian. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's the type of person a devout Christian need to be having on a record, man.
Yeah.
And and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, I like Glorilla as a person. She seemed like a sweet chick, man. She, every time you hear her in the interview, she seemed like a really nice, sweet person.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But
I mean,
these
I
female
like
rappers nowadays is just all they do is sell,
sex.
giving head and spreading their legs, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Now, personally, I like Glow. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like she in my top 5 female. I like Lotto a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, Lotto. You know what I'm saying? She is like phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? To me,
Did you?
like Lotto, you said what?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, Lotto, like that was that broke you, man. That single is bananas. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah,
crazy.
they got it here on Hip Hop DX. Fat Joe accused of sex with minors. That's
Wow.
crazy, yo. That's crazy.
I
Like
mean, I
once
wouldn't.
somebody puts that out there, people are gonna start. There's gonna be some people that are gonna be like, yeah, it probably happened, and then some people that be like, it didn't happen. But there's gonna be people
Yeah,
that are gonna just assume that's true.
yeah. And once you get
That's
hit with
not.
that,
That's
you never
not
go
good.
nowhere. Like that's
Nah,
why this
yeah, it's all
franchise boy,
that. Yeah, that
broke
headline is
up,
on the
man.
internet forever. That's on the internet
Yeah,
forever, dude.
the franchise boy. That's why they broke up, man. That's why Jermaine he took Parlay and Pimpin, and he let Buddy and Chisel, cause they was in the studio with some 15-year-old little girls. You know what I'm saying? They got
What?
caught, and that's how they lost the deal with So Def. But he just dropped two on. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Buddy. He ended up passing away. You know what I mean? Jizzle's still out there doing his thing, but it ain't the same. Like the franchise boy DFB, man, it's just two members now. Parlay and Pippin. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my people's Parlay and Pippin. You know what I mean? Parlay my personal partner though. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's just wild, bro. Once you get hit with that, man, you know what I'm saying? I was just talking to 5-6 about it the other day, like, you know, New York, they got a lot of stigmatism, you know what I'm saying, about messing with dudes. And now they talking about the West Coast like that. Especially after Danny Boy been doing all these interviews. And it's like down south, it's like they mess with young chicks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's just really crazy, man, that all this everything, man. You look at the Bible, man, they talking about bring me the spoils of wars and the women. Like, it's all about sex and drugs and rock and roll, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of
Look
weird,
at
man.
Greek and Roman society, man. Everything was wide open. Everything was a go in Greek and Roman society. There was nothing that wasn't, allowed. Like they did everything, man. Like
Yeah,
orgies, kids, women on women, dudes on dudes.
that is
Let me
wild.
ask you this: did you hear Lil Wayne's album?
No, like I don't, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. After the Carter one, man, I mean the Carter three, I was kind of out on Wayne.
I think a
I
lot
like
of
the
cats
block
are
is
out
hot.
on Wayne completely now. I think they completely
Yeah,
out on
yeah.
Wayne now, and I don't blame them.
I was hot. The Carter one, the Carter two was cool. You know what I mean? Like the block is hot probably was my favorite album. You know what I'm saying? The Carter three was hot. I think the Carter two probably was my favorite because he had that money on my mind on it. That was my joint and that fight, man.
I think the best album he did was the one he did right when he got out of prison.
With the lollipop on there.
I don't know. It's whatever one. With Dr. Carter.
I don't remember that one. I don't
You know
know
what I'm talking
what
about? Yeah,
album.
the album that got Dr. Carter. Whatever the album was, he because before he went in prison, he wasn't rapping as good as he was when he came out of prison.
Yeah,
Because
he
all
was.
he had time to focus on rhymes
Yeah,
and just bettering his craft. And then he came out and he was actually better. But his album, like when I listen to it, it sounds like a bunch of old songs unreleased. And they
it
just put
probably.
them together and just put out an album.
If you think about it, it probably happened like that. Cause how long that he was fighting Baby to get that 50 mil? You know what I'm saying?
A while, yeah.
And he
Like
probably was just
they
recording.
wouldn't release the album. They held his
Yeah,
album
man.
back.
I kind of got a little bit of inner workings how
Well, they
Republic
said the
work.
album wasn't good enough, and if this was any of the songs that was supposed to be the album, I don't care if he dropped it back then. It's not that good, man.
Yeah,
In any time, this album is not that good.
I haven't heard it, and I know, you know what I'm saying, because Block had he had a deal over there with a group. And actually, they was trying to get him Baby's job as head of president of urban music over there. So when they put that hold on, you can't do nothing but record. Probably that's stuff dated, but I haven't heard it to even give an opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? But from what I'm
I'll
seeing
give an
online,
opinion for you, man.
yeah,
It's not good. I think it gives people, this whole idea of like when people say you should stop rapping after 35.
yeah.
I think when Wayne drops an album like this, all you do is validate that statement for a lot of
Oh wow,
people. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Or even like Will Smith with his new record. It's like if you
Oh,
ain't
Will.
got it no more, if you can't put out a really good quality album anymore, just hang it up, man. There's nothing wrong, man,
Yeah.
with just saying you ain't got it. I mean, there's some dudes that like Common definitely still got it. Common and Pete
Yeah.
Rock, I mean LL,
Yeah.
even LL's album was pretty good for as old as he is. I mean, I'm not big on Eminem's albums, but he gets the traction he does. But I just think if you're gonna be an older cat, you got to put out some really good albums, or you're just gonna validate what these people are saying when they say, "Oh, you shouldn't be rapping no more after 35," because once you drop the album and it's terrible, like, see, I told you so. You ain't
Yeah.
got it no more.
Yeah. Like I heard about 4 or 5 joints on Will Smith's new album, especially the one Luka Jordan produced and he was on. I,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Will still got it, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Will still
Every now and then, but if you listen
yeah.
to some of these records, they are terrible. His delivery
Yeah.
is terrible.
Yeah.
They're corny. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, I get it. You got a lot of
Yeah.
money. You're Will Smith. You're a legend in hip hop.
Yeah.
But if you ain't really got it like used to, hang it up. It's almost like the NBA, man. It's like at some point, it almost feels like there's going to be a downhill for a lot of these cats.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that has a lot to do with like if you ain't dropped the album in 10 years, right?
Yeah.
And you ain't still rapping like every day
Yeah.
or at least every week or every month, time just goes by, years go by, and
Yeah.
you ain't rapping no more. You ain't recording no music. I think at some point, man, your skills are gonna deteriorate.
Yeah.
I think
I've been
I
listening
just
to
think they will.
yeah, I've been listening to I heard that new Sleepy Brown single today. It's amazing. It's called High
Okay.
Rise. He
Okay.
had the original got Snoop Dogg on it, and he did a remix. He put Big Boy on it and some other guy named Ali something. But it was amazing. Like I didn't think they could do no better than the Snoop record, and I was surprised. So I still been listening to old school stuff, Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? Outkast, Goody Mob, of course. Dungeon Family. My mentor was
There's some
Rico
cats
Wade.
still killing it. I mean, Exhibit's last project was pretty good. And
Yeah, Exhibit. Yeah,
he signed with Conor McGregor. I mean, when you go to 2024, right, and you look at a lot of the top albums of that
yeah,
year, there's a
yeah,
lot of guys that are over 35 that had
yeah.
the best albums that year.
Yeah.
Even you got throwing Kendrick and Cole because they're close to 40 now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you something that surprised me. Like my cousin was telling me about Afro Man. And I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, he's still doing his thing.
He is killing it, bro.
He's
Like
still
he
touring,
was telling me, yeah, he's on the road, he making money. He got his own little
signing
company.
women's titties. He be signing women's titties all the
Man,
time.
Afro Man got it buzzing over there. Cuzzo telling me he making like 50 to 80 grand a week doing shows. And he
I don't
riding
doubt
that
it.
camper.
He got a niche though, man. He had a hit.
Yeah.
He had a hit record, yo. He had a hit, yo.
Yeah, he
Cause
what
they
he
get
doing is he
high.
working it.
Cause they get
He been staying
high.
in places 2 or 3 days in a row. He performing everywhere. He's doing verses. He's shooting videos when he get there. So he's making his money on the road, man. He got a lot of content. I seen some of the videos. Bro is outrageous, man. But he getting views though, man.
But he got the weed culture fan base that
Yeah,
is
and
a
that's where he get his.
diehard
Yep.
fan base.
And that's where all this stuff coming from, the streams. Yeah, man, that's what he's doing. He going to these hippie towns and these folks putting them up there. Now you got to stay in that camper, you know what I mean? They put him in his house, get him
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Airbnb.
He's humble with it. He's humble with it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he get an Airbnb. Let's shoot a video while we in here. You know what I mean? Like Afro Man is killing it. I never thought my cousin. He was like, yeah, he's killing it, and he was like, you can do that too. And then you started hitting me over the head with PBE Pluto. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just saying, man. If you go and watch every time he dropping a clip doing a show, I mean, you could just see the crowd to the back, from the front to the back. It's packed. You see everybody in there like, yo, they're going crazy. They might not have never heard that song ever. It might be the first time they heard that song.
yeah,
And they're in there just going crazy, man.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And he's heavy on his merch game. He basically was in the military. He took some military the things he learned from the military and applied it to the business. I mean, he's got his own catering business too.
Oh
You
wow.
know, I mean, he's doing a lot of things, and I've seen a picture where he got a room. One room is just full of merch, dude. He got
Yeah,
potato chips, ramens, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, everything. And then you go to the shows, you got chicks all over the place with big old, they look like stickers, but they're just PBU Pluto heads that they be holding
yeah.
up everywhere. He got a team, and that's the thing, man. It helps to have a team, people that are
Rally
willing to
around you.
be down for the cause. And
Yeah,
once you start generating revenue, they understand that you're gonna put some in their pocket, man.
yeah. See, the one thing I respect about when I worked at Block ENT, when you walked in the building, it had a sign up there, and that sign said, "What have you done for Zoe today?" So what I figured was that was the oneness. Like everybody know we working on Gorilla Zoe project. So if your mind ain't focused on advancing Gorilla Zoe, you don't need to be here today. When you were and that's how it happens. When I sat back and seen Mason did that with Archie, when everybody got on the same page, when everybody was on one accord, this is what we doing. Everybody doing it. Everybody putting their all in it, and it goes. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it worked, man. I seen it back to back 2 times, man. I seen Gorilla Zoe go from just doing regular shows just because he was on block to being everywhere. You know what I'm saying? When the hood nigga dropped. You know what I'm saying? All over the world, been overseas. I'll never forget the time we went to the MTV European Awards and we get off the plane with OJ the Juice Man and Gucci and Gorilla Zoe. And them folks love OJ. They wasn't studying Gucci or Gorilla Zoe. They love OJ the Juice Man.
Oh yeah, he had
Yeah.
that yay.
Quarter brick. Hey, they was singing that.
Hey,
Okay, in
yeah.
the airport. These folk
Yeah.
going crazy. You see what I'm saying? So I seen that they transformation from
Yeah.
where they started at. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with I wasn't there. I got there like a little bit after Jock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was there for all the you know what I'm saying, everything. So bye. See you later.
Hey, text Cuzzo real quick, see if he coming back on.
Okay, yeah. Let me see what's up with him.
Yeah.
Grandkids popping in the room now, man. They everywhere.
We're in a weird time now though. Like, and I keep trying to stress to people about this AI. It's like we're gonna get to a point where labels are gonna be just creating AI artists. They're gonna be just signing AI artists.
It's still, yeah, he ain't back yet.
Um,
Yeah,
and I think at some point, if we get to a point where labels just totally invest in the AI artists, like everybody's gonna have to make it on their own 2 feet. Even though a lot of cats are making it on their own 2 feet nowadays. And you was talking about that thing with Block. Think about TDE, man. TDE is always been a tight knit crew.
yeah,
Everybody support everybody on TDE. I would say Griselda does the same thing. When you got an independent label, it's almost necessary that everybody on the label helps each other out, does features with each other on albums,
yeah, yeah.
things of that nature.
Ja was all over Zoe, both of them, all
You
three of
said
them.
who?
Well, Ja wasn't on King Kong, but the first two he was on both Zoe albums, and Zoe was
A-
on both of Ja's first albums. You know,
And I ain't gonna lie, Young Jock's first hit record, man,
yeah,
that shit still hit, yo.
yeah. New Jack City is a classic. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
You know,
just talking about like the first single,
yeah,
it going down, it's
yeah,
going
yeah.
down. Me in
Actually,
the club,
actually,
it's
both
about to
Jack's
go.
albums, Hustlenomic was a classic too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hustlenomic was a classic too. But you know, what I mean, of course, I'm gonna be like Zoe, like No Feed Animals. It was cool, but the first album, Welcome to the Zoo, that was
Mm.
that was a joint Gorilla. So first album was classic. King Kong was alright. He had a lot of good mixtapes and stuff. He got some good music, man. But Jock, two classic, Hustlenomics and New Jock City. Crazy, both of them crazy work. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Um,
Y-
did you man, I forgot what I was just about to ask. Oh yeah, they were saying some stuff. I'm gonna remember in a minute, but yeah, man, I done been around a lot of artists, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen a lot of stuff, man, and I appreciate the good music, man. And just the people's just holding it down, man. And I just wanted Atlanta to get back a little tighter like they were back in the day, man. You know what I mean? So
I mean, Atlanta changed the game though. When you think about it, I've
yeah,
always tried to tell people, New York used to try to shit on the South.
facts.
They would try to shit on the South. They talking about our slang, our accents. They didn't want to open up the doors for any artists really in the South. New York
Yeah.
labels were not trying to sign Southern artists whatsoever. And once Outkast came out, man, and it was just after that, it was over. It was like you can't deny
Yeah.
Atlanta no more. And I think Jermaine, because Jermaine Dupri was already out of Atlanta doing things,
Yeah.
but he just didn't have that. I don't know if his sound was necessarily a sound that you would just say defined Atlanta at that time. You know what I'm saying? It
Like
might have
back
been,
then, Jermaine was kind of like he was doing that bass music. You know what I'm
and it
saying?
was
Him
very
and Lil
a
Jon.
lot of very commercial music, a lot of commercial stuff.
Yeah, with him and John. So
But
if you
Outkast really set the tone
yeah,
and really changed the game. And then Little John really sealed the deal.
man, John, man, I was just
Little
listening to
John
that.
sealed the deal. I mean, it
Yeah.
was like Outkast was like, all right, we here now. And then Little John was like, all right, hand me the baton and we about to win this race.
Yeah.
Because after that, it was no turning back for the South. It just
Yeah.
go to show you how powerful the South really was compared to the North.
Yeah. T.I. came through.
T.I., Luda,
Gucci,
Jeezy, Gucci.
Boys in the Hood.
They were just coming out
It
with
was just
artists
too
after
much
artists.
Goody
Bone
Mob.
Crusher. I mean, Bone Crusher brought out Killer Mike and T.I. Think
Yep.
about that.
On that, yeah. I mean, we already knew Tim.
Goody
but-
Mob, really classic. Goody Mob had one of the best albums of all time, dude.
Yeah, I think Still Standing was there. I mean, Soul Food was fire.
Soul
too.
Food was fucking amazing, yo.
Yeah. I like Still Standing. Had a lot of classics on there too.
It was dope too. I mean,
yeah.
But Atlanta just took over. Then I remember going up to New York for the first time and just hearing them try to mimic the South and try to sound like the South.
Yeah.
But they couldn't do it right because they didn't have our accents. They didn't have our slang. They didn't have like the right producers either.
Yeah.
Because it was like a whole different, that's when that a lot more that New York drill started coming out and all that.
Yeah.
And
that's why I respect producers like Manny Fresh that kind of transcended.
That's another one. Yeah. No, we forgot about
Fresh.
No Limit, Cash Money,
yeah, KLC,
3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, DJ Paul, Juicy J. Like they got New York artists rapping on their stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they got respect. DJ Toon, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? David Banner.
And that's the thing. We always had artists from the South, but they were always independent. You had A-Ball and MJG was independent. South Circle.
Yeah, that
with
was
Mr. Mike and all them.
Thorough. Yeah, Mr. Mike and Thorough.
You had Suave House and
Crime Boss.
Even like Ghetto Boys was independent. When they were in the South, like all the Southern artists were pretty much independent at the time.
Yeah, Ghetto Mafia.
And then, what about the guy from Atlanta that got the greatest reinvention of all time, possibly, besides Everlast, and that's 2 Chainz.
Who?
2 Chainz.
Oh yeah, Titty Boy.
Like nobody was like when he was Titty Boy, nobody was even thinking about him. He wasn't even
till the Duffel Bag Boy song came out.
But even then, it's still they fell off. The album flopped. Yeah, him and old boy broke up. I actually did promotion for the other guy. What was his name? Dollar or something like that.
Yeah.
But his music wasn't as good as 2 Chainz.
Yeah. 2 Chainz got up there with Street Sex, man. Got with Technique. DJ Technique and took off, man. You know what I mean?
But at first, when they broke up, Dollar was pushing hard. It was promoting hard.
Yeah, he was still that.
You didn't see nothing from Titty Boy, and then he changed his name to 2 Chainz. But think about it. Who's
with
really,
the mixtapes?
Like your label, are you really trying to sign a guy named Titty Boy?
Hell no.
I understand it was your grandma's nickname your grandma gave you, but it doesn't make it a brand name or a rap name. 2 Chainz just sounds so much better, yo.
And the mixtapes he did back in the day, Street Sex, Technique, and them, crazy. That's how
he blew up so big when he started to blow up as 2 Chainz. He just blew up so big, and now look at him now.
Look at him now. He probably considered one of the top 10 rappers in Georgia.
And got his own show and everything. Very likable guy. Everybody likes him.
Oh yeah, he do got that show, man.
with
What's
all
the name
the rich
on that
stuff.
like Action Bronson on that same
Well,
network?
yeah, he was buying all the rich stuff like the.
Yeah, I like Action Bronson too. He
I
five
do
too.
too.
Yeah, Action Bronson five. Yeah, man. What he got that
Yeah,
little eat show, eat this shit or something
the
like
food
that?
show.
What?
Yeah, I love. Yeah, I like his food show. He
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah,
Alchemist on there a lot. He
yeah.
got
Alchemist. Yeah. Oh, he's
his
a crazy
homeboys
producer.
that tour with him and whatnot.
Yeah, Alchemist is a crazy producer, bro.
So I'm
Like,
guessing
God,
Cuzzo
that
ain't
boy.
coming back.
You said who?
Cuzzo
Nah,
probably ain't coming back.
nah. When I hit him up, it went straight to voicemail, bro.
All right, so let me we about to wrap it up here, and I got to go over some of the interviews we got coming up. If
Okay,
he trying to reschedule, it's gonna probably have to be in August.
that's cool. I can get him, lock
Um,
him in. I'm gonna try to get up with Night Prince, man, to see if we can do something with him. You know what I mean? And go from there.
so I still got an artist named Pretty P, female rapper.
Yeah,
She got Song of the Day recently. I still got Michael Myers from the West Coast.
yeah.
That's June 27th. Rex, we got Rex and Artisan out of Massachusetts down with Terminology and ST the Squad, June 26th. I just booked recently DYs from the Bums. You remember the Bums?
Nah, I never heard of them before.
Yeah, they from the West Coast.
Oh,
If you go back and listen to their song Elevation, free. I got to free my mind. You'll remember it. Trust me.
yeah.
Yeah, I got him July 11th. I got Davina. I don't know if you remember Davina Bussy. She had a song called "So Good," and she had Raekwon on a remix, and she had
Oh
another
yeah, yeah. I
version.
remember her. Yeah,
Yeah, beautiful voice. I got her, and then we got a guy who submits a lot of rock music. Older cat. He's actually from North Carolina. I just realized my home state, North Carolina. Gary Ramsey, and I also got a bare knuckle interview as well Sunday with Lex Ludlow. Make sure y'all check that out on the Paul Picker podcast. And I got another interview that I just booked with another cat. I can't remember his name out the gate. My homeboy was at the beach the other day, saw this dude, him and his wife, and they was like, "This guy got to be a UFC guy or something." And my homeboy's
yeah,
like, "Nah, man, I think he's bare knuckle."
yeah.
And he was right. He was bare knuckle and shit. And they sent a video of his workout. Man, I ain't never seen no workout like this in my life, yo. This shit
That's
was
what's
so
up.
intense.
That what's up.
Hey,
I'm gonna
shout outs
definitely
you want to
tune
do
in.
before we go?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely tune in Sunday, man. I want to check out these bare knuckles, man.
Any
You know what I'm
shout
saying?
outs you want to do?
Hey man, I want to give a shout out to my team, AML for Death. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the King 808 God. Shout out to OG Millionaire, Willie Millionaire, Atlanta Hitmakers, live from Fayettenam, Paul Pickett Podcast, OG Prestige. Atlanta's in the building. We out.
Yeah, appreciate you joining me because actually, I mean, would have made for a bad show, man, because the Cuzzo would have just lost his connection and then
Yeah,
it would have been
all
short as
good.
hell.
Well,
But
that was
we'll
quick
try
thinking
to,
on you.
so for all that tune in, we sorry things didn't go well. Technical issues happen sometimes. The connections drop, even
Yeah,
if you got your phone charged. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So, but we'll try to get them on, possibly back in August because we booked up to all through July right now, and we
yeah.
started about to start booking a lot of '90s R&B cats. I'm working on Surface. You remember Surface?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They were fine. Yeah,
Yeah, working on Surface. So got to see what's up with the members, and I'm working
yeah,
on Shy, SHI,
yeah.
Shy. Of course, we got the
Comforter.
interview. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we about
They
to
was
take
dope
them
too.
on a musical journey, man. That's what we're
Yeah,
gonna do, man. We're gonna take
yeah.
them on a musical
I'm gonna
journey.
try to. My nephew got a album coming out named Baby Keith. So
Okay.
get you some of his work. You know what I'm saying, and go from there. See when he available to get on the podcast sometime in August, man. Yeah, I mean he got a story to tell, man. Dope music, Baby Keith, man, coming real soon.
All right, we about to wrap it up, man. We hit the hour mark. We'll probably get some clips out of it. Probably most of the clips will probably be me and you,
It's all
more
good.
likely.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
It is what it is, man. Shit
for
happens,
sure.
Captain.
For sure, man.
All
All
right,
right,
talk to you later, man. We about to wrap it up.
let's do it again.
All right, peace.
Oh.
All right, there you have it. We about to wrap it up. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of issues. Phone went out on them and whatnot. We'll try to get him back on in August, but we probably got a few clips out of there. He definitely talked about some of the early Killer Army, how it formed and whatnot, and actually being part of the group, but kind of I guess they kicked him out and whatnot because, like he said, it was over some street stuff. So street stuff typically means personal and not really business. And typically, with groups, the two main thing, there's only two things that really separate groups: personal and business. It's not typically nothing else. You know, Other than that, groups usually work. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't forget, audio version goes Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, Slacker, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and much, much more. And video is always live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, will be uploaded to Rumble. And like I said, go check out the Paul Picker podcast. YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram will be live Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Tuesday, 7:30. And we got an interview as well with another bare knuckle fighter. So appreciate y'all tuning in, and we're about to wrap it up. Peace. I'm out.